you think concerning that?
Yes, reactions from different parts of the country has been coming in. A lot of people are saying different things differently. But the fact still remains is that Obi has not come out to say that he is going to contest or go for only one term. I think there's a clause there, and a lot of Nigerians need to understand why that if the coalition, I think that should be where we look at issues from that very particular angle. If at the coalition, if the coalition, that's the message there. Of course, Obi can still continue, but what he's trying to say at this point in time is that though a lot of people say that the statement is purely a political statement. Yes, I understand. It's a point, but we want to look at it from different perspectives and how it put Nigeria leadership to the aspect of integrity and dividend of democracy. P2B's statement might have not been too okay with some people, might be excellently okay. For me, I support P2B's perception towards getting Nigeria stability, based on his ambition to become the president of Nigeria, which is not bad anyway. Now, I am against any northerner, coming out or picking the coalition ticket or be adopted by any opposition party to contest against Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027. So I am of the opinion that if we are going, just like what we saw in the past, we can start to have Obi, Tinubu, let them go and sort it out. They are all both Southerners, and I think to an extent the Northerners have to respect that understanding, that gentleman understanding, because no matter how you look at it, the Igbos have supported other regions in the past. Till now, they are still supporting it, even though we are hearing that there has been this sabotage, compromise to make sure that. But I think the North are beginning to open up, and beginning to feel, a bit comfortable with Obi, towards 2027, given that Obi was the only candidate in 2023 that was able to move to a political party just 4 months to the general election and was able to do very well. That means Nigerians has bought into the obedient movement. So Obi coming to contest, say I am contesting only one time. Please understand what Obi is trying to say. He has not picked any ticket to. He has not made it, but it is a sign that he's going to run for 2027 presidential election. And if all is well, every other thing factored into the coalition, and Obi was being picked, I repeat, and Obi was being picked as the candidate of that coalition or adopted by the coalition, that he will abide by any condition given to him by the coalition, even if it is only one term. I think it's a very clear thing. That does not show any form of desperation. Or that Obi does not know what he's talking about. Obi does not know what he's saying. What do you think will happen after that, 4 years or thereafter? Don't you think that Nigerians, if we actually do well, can decide to say, Obi, please, Aluta continue. We are happy with what you are doing and we wish you all the best.
For it to get to this stage, what do you think that Tinubu might have done, to bring down the northern ego?
It's not about northern ego. I don't know. Tinubu has not performed to the satisfaction of Nigerians. His performance is very low. That's correct. And he seems to have been exhausted of ideas on how to navigate or continue to navigate the leadership of this country to a better, acceptable system. I think that's one of the reservations the Northerners are having, and not only the Northerners, Nigerians, most Nigerians are having, because his administration has brought extremely hunger to the land. So it was not something we needed to share on that direction. I think that is one of the reservations the Northerners are having against him. Apart from that, I do not see anything wrong with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's just that the Southerners are acting on sentiment. They should come out and tell Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he did not perform well. For me, I don't think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has actually given Nigerians what they deserve in terms of leadership. So based on that reservation and that sentiment, the Northerners want to capitalize on that, having voted having given him close to 60% of the vote. Please, you must understand that, having given him 60% of the vote. So, and the fact that, it's an embarrassment, it's a worthless effort, and they needed to change, of course, leadership come 2027, possibly support another candidate at the end of the day. Then the issue of insecurity, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is nothing to, has not been able to achieve that anyway, to give Nigeria stability security-wise. And that's some of the things the Northerners will be using against him, come 2027.
You will agree with me that during Buhari time, the case was even worse, and they failed to act up this way. Don't you feel that it has, the Northerners have been now proving to Nigeria, or trying to show that what maybe they are superior and they are the decision makers in the political?
Yes, you see, if the Northerners decided to do otherwise, the Yorubas has always enjoyed with the Northerners in terms of forming alliance to get to the leadership of this country. And if the North feel they cannot comfortable, the Yorubas should seek alliance with the Easterners too. As simple as that. A middle belt. It might not be north, so I don't know. So it is what they do. Maybe they don't want to teach them a lesson again for the second time, and that is what it is. I don't see any reason why, very fully well that in the normal sense of it, Bola Ahmed Tinubu supposed not to contest that election, because that position now is occupying is for the Igbo people. But the Northerners feel otherwise because of the perceived reservation they are having against Igbo. And you can see the calamity now we are into. Now, you understand? Nigerians are weeping and mourning every day. The inflation has skyrocketed. I've never seen this kind of a thing before. In less than 2 years of his administration. So it's worse than ever under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I think based on that, there's this outcry for to support another candidate. So that is what it is. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu feel that he's more powerful and is a powerful politician, let him get the middle belt and Eastern Nigeria to align with his ideas, either by hook or crook. Then let us tell the Northerners they are not as powerful without the South.
Thank you very much.